A man is addicted to cheese, spends all his money on cheese. You can now have McDonald's cater your wedding reception in Indonesia. And elephants' giant hot testicles might be what's stopping them from getting cancer. These are the weird stories for Thursday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a closet. Let's go. A man is addicted to cheese. He eats 2 big blocks a day. Let's learn a little bit about this psychopathy. This man who likes cheese. A man who is, quote, addicted to the cheese has spent over $60,000 on cheddar over the years and manages to get through at least 2 blocks a day. $60,000. That's a lot of cheddar on some cheddar. That's just the cheddar. I'm wondering what he spends on some of the other cheeses. I like blue cheese, and I know that's controversial. I like to buy crumbled blue cheese and sprinkle it on my salads. People think it's very stinky and unsavory, but I really enjoy it. Back to the story. It's not about me. It's about Mark King, 54 years old, the cheese addict. It says Mark will put an entire block of cheese into one sandwich and would happily eat 4 a day if his wife, Tracy, would allow it. Ooh, Tracy's not all about the cheese. Maybe he's bringing home some stinky-ass cheese, man, and she's not all about it. Despite all this, they claim doctors insist that Mark, who is a woodyard worker, is perfectly healthy despite all the cheese. And the father of 4 even boasts a 6-pack after eating all this dairy product. He's got a 6-pack and eats 2 giant blocks of cheese a day. Wow. He's definitely constipated. Probably some hemorrhoids in there, though. You have to say that. I mean, the digestive thing is what concerns me. It seems possible you could still have a 6-pack with a cheese addiction, but the digestive tract, we're concerned here. There's also the possibility that he smells like cheese, which is why Tracy's not too pleased. Here's a quote from Tracy, who's a former cleaner. What does she do now? Thanks for giving us her old profession. That seems important for the story. Here's Tracy's quote. My husband probably eats the most amount of cheese that's humanly possible. He has 2 packs a day. He would eat a lot more, but I've calmed him down. It got a bit out of control, to be honest. I did a video on my TikTok account. It got a lot of views, millions, thousands of comments saying that your husband's going to have a heart attack because of all this cheese, but he's very healthy. I don't think he would have a heart attack. He's actually very muscular. Yes, I like the muscles. I like the abs. I took him for blood work and all that, and everything came back perfect. The doctor says he's been eating it for so long. It's like his body is acclimatized to it. When we met 25 years ago, he was doing these sandwiches. His favorite is a block of cheese in between 2 pieces of bread. He cuts it up. He has it with mayonnaise and white pepper. Great, mayonnaise and cheese sandwiches, and he's got a 6-pack. How? I think science needs to study this man. This is a very extensive story. There's several pictures of Mark. He's called the Cheese King. He looks like a man who's constipated. I'm not going to lie. He's not really smiling in the photos. I think he's dealing with something down there. There's a longer quote from Tracy here, who insists that while she thinks it's a bit peculiar, initially she didn't think twice about her husband's cheese intake because he's always been that way. She says, there's no side effects. He's very muscular. He's nearly 55. He's got like a 6-pack. I don't understand it. It makes me ill immediately. I can't eat the cheese at all. And we worked it all out with the cheese. Just recently, we moved to near a shop. It's closer to us. We were buying a couple of blocks a day, and now we're close to the shop, so it's easier. I'm actually trying to get him down to 1 block a day because of the expense. Tracy says, at least he doesn't smoke. That costs more than the cheese. Yeah, she's right. Smoking is more expensive than cheese. Although he's eating 4 cheese block sandwiches a day, it says here. So it adds up. My guess is he sold this story to pay for more cheese. They're trying to raise funds for his cheese. They've started a GoFundMe. How about that, guys? Come on. That's a good pun, huh? Well, I wish him great success with his GoFundMe, huh? I got to tell you, all this cheese isn't exactly Gouda for his digestion. Hey! You can now have McDonald's cater your wedding reception, but only in Indonesia. McDonald's is offering wedding packages in Indonesia so that newlyweds can treat their guests to burgers and nuggets after tying the knot. For only 3.5 million Indonesian rupiahs, which is around 233 US dollars, McDonald's Indonesia is selling wedding packages. They come with 100 chicken burgers and 104-pack of nuggets. That's 400 nuggets. That right there is worth $200. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Let's keep reading. The chain typically sells its chicken burgers for 20,000 Indonesian rupiahs, which is about $1.30, and a 4-pack of nuggets for 26,000 rupiahs. Ordering this wedding package instead of the items individually gives customers a discount of about 70 US dollars. They're saving millions and millions of rupiahs. It's so funny when you go to other countries and you're spending like millions of their dollars and then it's only like 100 USD. It seems not fair. But I know it all works out in the end, I think. I hope. McDonald's says that other packages are also available as long as at least 200 items are ordered. People can get McDonald's food stalls for their wedding as well. How about a food stall at your wedding reception? That's pretty classy. McDonald's Indonesia also says that the packages only cover catering, don't include holding a wedding at any of its restaurants. In Hong Kong, however, McDonald's burger chains offer wedding parties in their restaurants. Oh, you can get married in a McDonald's in Hong Kong. You know, McDonald's is great, man, just not in the U.S. If you go to McDonald's in other countries, they're rather nice. I've been to a few. The one in Singapore, I remember distinctly being really, really lovely. It's not uncommon for McDonald's in other countries to be first date destinations. That's unheard of in the U.S. You would not take your date to a McDonald's on the first date. I'm wondering if they provide a priest dressed as Ronald McDonald for the Hong Kong weddings. That sounds like fun. I do have to say, if you catered your wedding with McDonald's in the U.S., it's probably not a good look. You might immediately get McDivorced, is what I'm thinking. But here's something that I think would be a good idea in the U.S., not having the reception catered by McDonald's, but you have McDonald's delivered to the hotel lobby where everybody's staying at after the reception and after the after party. So then, everybody's wasted and McDonald's is just the perfect food for drunk people. That sounds like a good thing. I went and found a separate article to find out what the details were for the Hong Kong wedding. It says here, couples can choose from 4 different wedding packages ranging in price from about $380 US dollars for the happiness party to $1,275 US dollars for the love forever party. The most expensive package included venue rental for 2 hours, a pair of McDonald's balloon wedding rings, character gifts for 50 guests, 50 pieces of invitation cards and thank you cards, a party MC, and McDonald's apple pie wedding cake display. Oh, I love that apple pie wedding cake idea. That sounds pretty good, right? And they provide a party MC? I wonder if that guy's dressed as Ronald McDonald. We have a McDonald's spokesperson named Jessica who said, quote, "We started the program because many customers tell us that McDonald's is where they first started dating. McDonald's is where their love stories grew. And as you know, a couple that eats nuggets together stays together." Do you want to create a podcast? Spotify's platform lets you easily make, record, and distribute a podcast and even earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Record and edit on your phone or your computer. Send it to Spotify and everywhere podcasts are heard. They even have video podcasting options as well. Spotify for Podcasters allows you to earn money with ads and subscriptions too. Best of all, it's free. Try it. Download Spotify for Podcasters or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your life, man. Elephants' giant hot testicles might stop them from getting cancer. It's the sound sound of science. Elephants rarely get cancer. Did you know that? I had no idea. Their giant hot testicles might provide a clue as to why they survive the cancer. Now, if we could just figure out how they could survive humans. Aww. This idea about the hot testicles comes down to a protein called P53, not to be confused with P35. That's a different protein in a different genitalia area. This helps prevent DNA damage in cells, including damage that could turn a normal cell into a cancerous cell. Elephants, unlike humans, have multiple copies of the gene that encodes P53, meaning the gene that provides the recipe for the body to make the protein. We have here Fritz, an evolutionary biologist at the University of Oxford. He said this could help to protect their sperm from hot temperatures. Fritz told Live Science the hypothesis begins with what's called Peto's paradox, P-E-T-O''S paradox. It was named after Richard Peto, an epidemiologist. I think I got it right. Somewhere in there is the correct pronunciation of his profession. He described this phenomenon. Large animals, despite having many more cells that could potentially turn into cancerous cells, don't seem to have a higher risk of developing cancer over the smaller animals, surprisingly. This is particularly astounding in the elephants. They are statistically less likely to develop cancer than humans, despite being many times our size. Now on to the hot testicles. Fritz thinks that the reason why these elephants are able to encode so much of this P53 protein in the genes has to do with their testes. Many male animals, including humans, have their testicles partially outside their body to cool them down, which is believed to be important for creating a healthy batch of sperm. The reasons for this are unclear, though it may have something to do with increased DNA damage at higher temperatures. Through a quirk of evolutionary history, however, elephant testicles are located inside their bodies. Oh, we're learning on Weird AF News. Elephant balls, I should say, their testicles are inside the bodies. Maybe the balls are outside the bodies? I don't know. I haven't looked at elephant junk in a while. I'll have to check into that. It says, as multi-ton dark gray animals walking around in the sun, their testicles have the potential to get really, really hot. Therefore, the elephants may have trouble making viable sperm. But if they had more copy editing proteins, the theory goes that hot sperm could be protected from all of that damage. Fritz also says that other large animals don't have multiple copies of the P53 gene. Whales, for example, are large animals with internal testicles, but they seem to have just one copy. But whales also have an internal system to cool their testicles down, he noted. Plus, it doesn't get as hot in the water. Similarly, animals closely related to elephants, such as hyraxes, also have internal testicles. But these animals are much smaller than elephants, and small animals are way more efficient at dissipating heat than larger animals. No matter how it evolved, elephants seem to have a way of naturally circumventing the cancer, and studying how it works may help us understand more about this disease. And then we could use this information for humans as well. If you get cancer, guys, you know, all you got to do is bake your balls at 350 degrees for 40 minutes. Voila, and you're good, cancer-free. This is a wild story. It'd be like a great dinner conversation starter. Hey, have you guys heard of the hot testy hypothesis? Yay! Well, I wish my testes were in my body so they could never get hurt. These elephants got it good, man. Their testes are protected. That's lovely. I learned so much about elephant genitalia today. Wow, fascinating, fascinating. I love elephants. I hope they survive. I'm very concerned, though. You know, it's very bleak for the elephants. It's very unfortunate. They're extremely intelligent. It blows me away. They communicate. They don't even need GPS. They can like find places where they hung out before. I saw this short doc about these elephants that they all come from various parts of the, I don't know, some country, some area. Then they all commune once a year to this one spot to hang out. And like, it's a social thing, you know? It's not for a big orgy. It's for a social thing. Like, they're social creatures. They're really smart. Anyways, I'm going on and on about elephants. They're very fascinating, though. I hope they make it. I hope they make it. Anyways, sorry for the ramble in the outro, but this is how we do it. I don't have many announcements to make, so I thought I would just do an elephant testicle rant. Sounds good? If you guys want to support the show, you could do so by going to weirdafnews.com. That's right. You can buy me a coffee or join the Patreon over there, or download the Patreon app on your smartphone and just search for Weird AF News. Now, today being Thursday, if you would like to send me Florida stories, because tomorrow being Friday, we're only going to do weird news from Florida. If you're new to the podcast, that's how we do it. On Friday, it's only weird news from Florida. You can feel free to email me any Florida weird, funny, offensive news that you get to funnyjones@gmail.com. Or you can slide them into my DMs at funnyjones on the Instagram at funnyjones. Pretty easy, pretty easy. If you'd like to call the show, 646-450-2012. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your loyal listenership, and we will see you tomorrow for Florida Friday, baby. Good luck with your life, man.